Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up?
See how many people we can populate here.
Corral.
Yeah.
Into this talk that we're doing here.
Yeah. So today is going to be the talk about how martial arts in general is heading for a decline as far as the training, as far as what people are doing, as far as how their training goes, how people are making money in their business. All these factors, I think, really come into play.
Basically, we're talking about McDojos. And what a McDojo is, and why it's a decline on everybody out there that's doing hardcore real martial arts in a basic nutshell. So now, when you talk about this, it's a touchy subject, because we want to talk about the reality of training and things like that, but we also don't want to offend people because it was like, well, I'm not a McDojo, so we're gonna give you some guidelines on what.
And this is our opinion.
Our opinion.
Our opinion.
Our opinion. All right. So you can take it however you want to take it.
And if you don't like what we're saying, you don't want to watch what we're saying or anything like that, just swipe. That's all. You guys don't have to sit here and listen to us babble if you don't want to. But for me personally, it's been graining on my mind. It's been graining on my brain. You have all these people in martial arts, and you've got people that are getting black belts in 2 years. For me, to me, it's a slap in any martial artist's face that if you're giving away black belts in 2 years, there's a problem. There's a problem. There's a problem in the system. There's a problem in how you're teaching, and there's a problem in giving out belts and pushing people through.
I know. People say, "Oh well, it's a new day and age, and people are not the same and stuff." Yada 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 yada. The way people are doing things now, it's like, "Oh, it's modern day." People don't know the way things are being done now. In terms of fighting, is the way it was done in the 70s, is the way it was done in the 1800s. The only difference is now we have information. Now we have internet. Back then, there was no internet. All right, so now you can go online and get information about everything. Right now, people have more of an understanding of what fighting is and things like that, and that's the only difference. Right. So in terms
of thumbs up somewhere.
I think that was Craig Ryan.
That's Craig. What's going on, Craig?
So in terms of between now and back then, it's just people's information and people's education. Yeah. Again, even in this day and age, with all the information that's out there, there's still people who are not as educated in terms of the realities of martial arts.
Absolutely.
So what classifies a McDojo? All right, so
if somebody walks in your school and in 2 years they're getting a black belt, now
you might be in a McDojo.
For me, for training, I mean, 2 years, a black belt is supposed to be the epitome, and I know that getting a black sash or a black belt in most styles, when you get that's just the beginning of your training. That means that you've mastered the basics of martial arts. Now, to even master the basics of martial arts, 2 years is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't see that being possible at all.
And traditionally, most people don't even realize why, when you get the color, why is it black? People don't even realize, oh, it's a black belt. Yes, but why is the color black? So traditionally, you got a black belt in the style because black is what? Is the absence of what? Of color. Nothingness. So when you get a black belt, you realize you reach that level, and guess what? You don't know anything. You just completed basics.
What's up, Juan?
But you don't know anything. All
What's
right?
up,
so
John?
Now you completed the basics, and now you start your journey into learning the style, learning the traditions, learning this. You're just starting at black belt, not finishing, not expert level, none of that.
Yeah, just learning and mastering the basics.
Mike Chang! Mike Chang's
Mr.
watching.
Chang, what's going
up,
on? So unfortunately in today's day and age we have this decline in the martial arts because You have people that are doing sports and everything else, and they feel that the sports, or how people are running their sports and teaching their sports, how everybody needs to get a trophy and everybody has to get pushed through and nobody can fail. To me, that's all nonsense. You know what? Learn how to fail in order to succeed in life. Because if you don't, the first time you do fail, it's going to be a horror show. It is going to be so life-changing and life-altering because you've never felt what failing is. I don't know. Growing up in society, we failed all the time.
I failed a lot.
All the time.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But it taught me how to be hungry and work and to get what I want.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
And fortunately, we have students that come in here, and the parents are, yes, we want to protect our children. We want to give them the best. We don't want to see them fail. Unfortunately, you can't do everything for your child. Your child has to learn by experience.
Yeah, let them fail. Let them fail so they can become better students, better people.
Unfortunately, we had a mother that just, it was just bad. Just bad. Let the kid fail. Let the kid fail. By failing, they learn that they want it more, not less. And you have to support that. You have to pick them up, dust them off, and tell them to get back in there. I do the same thing with my kids.
Yep. And you know what? They'll become better for it. They'll learn. They'll become stronger. So again, these are the factors. And unfortunately, what happens is it bleeds into the martial art realm. And now people. As far as instructors, we want to keep the doors open, so we want to have as many people come in to experience what martial arts is about. But just remember, martial arts is made for everybody, but not everybody is made for martial arts. Trademark. That's my saying.
Hold on. Say that again.
Right? Martial arts is made for everybody, but not everybody's made for martial arts.
I don't understand that.
Well, yeah, of course you understand that. You've been in martial arts long enough.
Yeah, but for the most, if I was coming in on the street, I was like, I want to do martial arts. I want to look like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, everybody wants to look like Jackie Chan.
I can't do that? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I can't do that?
It's all about the desire and the will to push.
Oh, so you're telling me I have to work to get to
that? Did I say that?
Oh.
I said that.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, you got to put some work behind it.
Oh. All right, so you don't have
Melissa, how are you? Good to see you on here.
So you don't have like a set...
Amber Rose is my daughter. How are you?
Black belt program and all this kind of stuff and patches and...
Nope.
Yeah, you don't have none of that.
Nope, I do not have any of that. I won't have any of that in this school. I had a great martial arts... One of the Shihans we were debating about this a little bit online, and he was playing devil's advocate and everything else, and he said that one of the parents complained about it was too hot in the school. It was too hot in the school. Well, I'm sorry, it's too hot in the school. I don't think I've ever had AC in my school.
No, never.
I've never had AC in my school. My teacher told me and taught me from the beginning to learn how to eat bitter. So you know what? Learn how to eat bitter. If you got women coming into your school wearing makeup to train, you got a problem. That means your class is not hard enough, because that makeup should be running off their face. If you guys coming in with all their, their earrings and their bling on and everything else, and they're not breaking a sweat when they're working out, there's a problem.
Yeah. You might be in the McDojo.
Yeah, you might be in the McDojo. So it's all about bringing the martial arts to a real sense of training again. And the only people that can change this, and this was another thing. They would tell the Shihan was talking to me, and he asked me. He goes, "All right, so how do we get this across to the public? How do we get this across to the parents? Because we need to instill this in the kids, in the parents. We need to let them know what the situation is. We have to let them know what the deal is. And the deal is that the inmates don't run the asylum."
We mean inmates.
We, as instructors, we are the peacekeepers. We run the crazy house. We make sure that when we're teaching, we're running what should be taught in the school.
Oh, you mean that because we got the experience, we know what we're doing, and you come to us to learn.
I think so. I'm not quite sure, but I think so.
It's our way or no way.
Clint, what's going on? Tommy B. Tommy B.
Mr. Baton!
How are you, sir? Good to see you on here.
What's up, dude? Oh, Lao Shirt watching. Lao Shirt Shane. What's up, brother?
Lao Shirt just took his Black Sash test. He knows all about pain.
Oh.
Did a great job, though.
And he ain't come from no McDojo, I tell you that. Yeah, so what Seagull was trying to say is, if you're bringing your child, or you're going to a martial arts school, and we had this many times, if you're instilling your child to learn martial arts, let that person do his job, right? If you're going to bring your kid to soccer or football, you don't tell the coach how to do his coaching.
Larry,
I've seen some parents do it, but you don't tell the person how to do his coaching. You let him you let him teach. You let him teach how to play football, how to play soccer, whatever.
Ben, what's going on?
Let the parent do. Let the instructor.
The parent.
No. Let the instructor do his job.
Absolutely.
Right.
Very, very important.
That is the most important thing you can do for your child, right? Because you cannot protect them 24/7.
Nope. They're going to be out of your hands for a long time. And if they're out of your hands, you need to know that they have their best interests. You need to know that they're focused on what they're doing. They need to get that training. We need to, as martial artists, need to go back to the basics and teach what we were taught by our instructors, and not water down our system to flood our schools with 200 or 300 students. Yeah, it lines your pockets, but it belittles the martial arts as a whole. When I see people and they're like, "Oh, I'm a black belt," I'm a black belt. Everybody's a black belt.
Yeah, you got people coming in here 10 years, 12 years, 15, 16, 17 years. Yeah, they can't throw basic kicks and punches.
Yeah, black belts to me don't mean anything.
And if that's happening, and if you go to a school and you can't keep up with the basic beginner class, and you have 16, 17 years, well, then guess what? You might have come from McDojo. Just saying. But, all joking aside, yes, it's a business. We want to make money. Yes, I want to go buy a new car. I want to do this. I want to do that. But you don't have to sell out your martial art to do it.
Absolutely
There's plenty of ways to market yourself as a business.
Absolutely.
To get people in your door.
Absolutely.
You just have to, do it tastefully and do it the right way.
Do it the right way, because you're not hurting yourself. Well, yeah, you are hurting yourself, but you're hurting other people. People are trusting you as black sashes, as black belts, as masters of the martial arts. They're entrusting you, and they're entrusting you to teach their kids. They're entrusting you to teach the adults, right? Hopefully we all have adults in class and not just kids class. So they're entrusting us with giving them real martial arts that's going to save their life. So if you're lining your pockets with these people's money and you're not giving them something in return that's legit and real, there's a problem. And it's people like that are bringing down the martial arts. That's causing this decline in the ability of martial arts. Because I remember growing up, when somebody said they were a black belt, people were like, "Oh, he's a black belt." It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now, it's like water. It's like Coke. Yeah. It's like driving up to a Burger King or a McDonald's and say, "Hey, can I order a large Coke?"
With a black belt.
With a black belt. And you get one. So we want to stay away from that.
So, for those that are venturing out and
thanks for the comment, Juan.
And looking to get into the martial arts, and for those that have been in martial arts and wondering, if can this and that and the other thing like that, all we're saying, it's like from my last video, do your homework.
Yeah, homework is important.
You have to do your homework.
This guy Shihan wanted to know how we can do this, how we can get the point across to the community. Community people out there, do your homework.
Yeah.
Do your studies. Go to like 10 different schools, 15 different schools, and check it out. If the school is not 5 minutes away from you, hold on now. If it's not 5 minutes away from you, don't cut the rest of the martial arts schools off. I don't know about you, but if I wasn't training in martial arts and I wanted the best martial arts school, and that school was 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, guess what? I'd be dragging my kid there because I want my kid to get the best martial arts. So regardless of where you are and how far the school is, you make sure you go. Go check out these schools. No matter if it's 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away, you go check out the school. And I guarantee you'll find a whole new world out there. A whole new world where people actually know what they're doing. Don't be confined to your own town. Adventure outward. Go outward to see exactly what else is out there. Because you will find better schools.
Yeah. Not all schools are created equal. And in terms of all different types of styles, not just the traditional, but the MMA schools, the jiu-jitsu schools, all these other schools.
And they're great.
They're great.
They're great.
But you got to find the good instructors.
That's it,
Not
man.
all MMA.
So wait a minute. So let me ask you a question. Does it matter what martial art then you train? I mean, there are martial arts for just different body types and everything else, right? But for the most part, it's not really the style. Everybody's complaining and competing against style.
No, it's not the style. It's the person who's teaching the style.
The person who's teaching the style.
Yeah, that means you got to do your damn homework.
That's right.
You got to look who's teaching.
Oh, look who's watching you.
Oh, what's up, honey? How are you? My wife is watching me talking, babble and stuff. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, so it's not the style. It's the person who's teaching the style. Right?
Roberto, what's going on?
So,
brother man knows how to fight.
If you're in a school and you're wondering, these are some guidelines for you if you're venturing out and looking for martial arts. Number one, if the instructor's nowhere to be found, if you join the school and you haven't seen the instructor in like a week, you might be in the McDojo. Right? If you're looking and you see the instructor, right, and he's over 250 to 300, 400 pounds, and he has no debilitating, physical ailments, and you haven't seen him throw a kick in like 2 months, you might be in a McDojo. So the students are led by the instructor. So if the instructor cannot lead the students, the quality of martial arts in that school, in that particular school, will start to wane off. And then they have to come up with different avenues to keep the students interested and to keep the students there. So that's when they get into watering down the style, not emphasizing on this as much as that, different programs and things like that, because they don't keep up with their own training. Because they're all thinking about this. Once they get this, it's like, oh, I'm doing really well now. I can afford to relax.
And there's nothing wrong with making money. But if
there's nothing in Buddhism said that you can't make money.
No, there's nothing wrong with making money, but make money the right way. Teach good martial arts, and it doesn't matter what style's out there. It doesn't matter what you're training. Whatever you're training in, you make it good. You make sure the techniques are real. You make sure you're on the floor working with your students. You make sure that the students see you performing and moving and doing the best that you can. Say you have a bad knee. Say you have a bad hip.
Clint said, he said if your instructor is 13 years old and a black, you might be in a McDojo.
So, but, and all kidding aside and everything else, and it's a really tough topic to talk about because a lot of people are making their living doing this. And again, my teacher used to tell me that the rising tide raises all the boats in the harbor, right? But also when the tide sinks, it pulls everybody else down. So when you're teaching bad martial arts out there just to make money and just to make a living, and you're dragging the rest of us martial artists down that have been working really hard to keep our lives and to keep our skill set strong and to keep everything going,
to keep the style
and to keep the style alive, because that is what we've made a promise. I've made an obligation to my instructor a long time ago to keep this style and this system going, and I am going to do that, and I will do that for the rest of my life until I'm not capable of doing that anymore. And I will make sure that I keep my promise to my instructor. And everybody else should be out there as well. Everybody else should be doing the same thing. Is that Loriano?
I think so.
Yeah, Loriano, what's going on? Good to see you. Another great martial artist out there. So it's really important. You guys got to really do your homework. And I can't say that enough, but you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. Look for the styles. Look for the systems. Go into the school, see the head instructor, see if he gets on the floor with the students, see if there's a big size adult class,
watch their fighting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And this is a touchy subject again for most schools, because the first thing we ask is, oh, how do you guys spar a lot? Oh, we spar every once in a while. If you're sparring every once in a while and you're doing a lot of form, you're doing a lot of this and doing like that, again, it might be in the McDojo.
Yeah, you're missing form and function.
You're missing the function.
Yeah.
You're missing the function because, yes, technical things work on the floor, but
not going to work in real life.
They're not going to work in real life, because when you get out on the street, that person on the street who doesn't have any skill is not going to move the way you need them to move that you practice in class.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to work with people who have no skill. That's the whole point of it. Work with people who have skill, work with people who have medium skill, have no skill, have a lot of skill, better skill than you, so that you're able to adapt and work with different types of people, and spar with different types of people. So if you don't do that a lot in your school, that's a big problem.
Yeah, got to do it.
Big problem.
And that's it. That's another reason why there's a major decline in the quality of martial arts today, right? Because people can't put form and function together. And then you have people out there saying, oh, well, traditional styles don't work. Traditional styles don't work is because some of those schools aren't teaching the right way.
Zongshur. Hello, sir.
Good to see you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching us, hearing us babble.
So yeah, form and function, guys. If you're not putting your style to work and you're not practicing everything that your teachers taught you, you're gonna have a problem. And you're not going to be able to do the techniques correctly, and you're not going to be able to execute what you're supposed to execute, and it renders your martial arts absolutely useless. Period.
And then you're going to say, oh, the style doesn't work.
Yeah, or the teacher's fault.
The teacher didn't teach me.
Yeah.
The teacher can't make you a great fighter.
No.
So if the teacher's a good fighter, and he's putting the screws to you and putting his size 12 or 13 up your butt to get you to work, and you're just half-assing through class, and then when it comes time to it, so you strap the gloves up and then you get your butt whooped.
Shifu Gregg,
how are you, sir? Then you can't turn around and blame the instructor for that, because you didn't want to get in there and do, like I said, do what? Get grimy with it, because you don't want to get your butt whooped. And I can tell you from coming up and training with this man and training with Zongshur and training with all these other people, I got my tail kicked every single freaking day.
Absolutely.
We had sparring night every Friday, and I'm telling you, it was every Friday. Rain, sleet, snow, summer. Doesn't matter what the hell. We had Friday night fights every single Friday. So I came up getting the tar kicked out of me every single Friday. Right? And sometimes I liked it, sometimes I hated it. And most of the times I hated it. Right?
But you got better for it.
But I got better for it, Yeah. And if you got that student that is not that talented, but he just don't go away, that person is like mold, he just don't go away, well, guess what? That's the one you need to be grooming.
Yes.
That's the one you need to put your time in.
Amen.
That's the one you need to be, making sure that he's getting the material. The ones that are talented and can flip through the air and stuff like that, that's all well and good. But once you put gloves on them and smack them around a couple times, it's like, oh, this ain't for me. And they're going to disappear on you.
Everybody wants a fight till they get smacked in the mouth,
yes. Right? And that smacking them out doesn't feel good, but some people vibe with it, and some people are like, oh, this is not for me. Hence, what Shifu said before, martial arts is made for everybody, but not everybody's made for martial arts. And that's it in a nutshell.
So I think we've been babbling quite a bit here.
Yeah.
So, guys, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Again, this is not... I'm not belittling anybody's martial arts out there at all. I'm just telling everybody to really...
We just want to give people a wake-up call.
Yep. You know what? Let the community do their homework. You guys do your homework. Go out there. Search the schools outside your town. See what's out there.
And for those guys that have the McDojos, and you know who you are. We know who you are. You know who you are. All right? All you have to do...
Fix it.
Yes.
Fix it. Damn it.
Just change your business model. Change your business model. We're not telling you not to make money, right? But do your martial art justice.
Yeah, man.
Do your martial art justice, because people are looking for real stuff. If you got some people that bouncing from school to school to school, guess what? They haven't had a school that's challenged them yet and found a home. You know, people stay at a school because, oh yeah, this is my home. You know, so if you got a big turnover in your school, even though you got all this money, you got big turnovers, guess what? Nobody's staying with you because you're not giving them that sense of this is where I want to be for the rest of my life, right? That's where you're gonna make a big stride in your school and your style.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. So guys, again, you know, if there's no, you know, we're not on here to badmouth anybody or anything like that. But what I'm telling you guys is definitely do your homework. Find the schools that are good, that are out there, because those are the schools that we want to populate. We don't want to populate the McDojos. We don't want to populate the schools that are just giving away black belts like water. We want to populate the schools that are teaching integrity, that are teaching moral values, that are teaching strength, that are teaching people how to fight. It's martial arts. Martial first, arts second.
And unfortunately, and they tried it, but it hasn't worked. There's no licensing for martial arts.
Yeah, and there's never going to be.
You have to be a license for everything else you want to teach. You got to be a licensed for personal trainer.
Yeah.
You got to be a licensed to coach this, to coach that, to coach football. You got to this is the only business I know where you don't need no license.
So on that note, we have something coming up for everybody out there.
What we got coming up?
I think we got something in October. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking. October 22nd.
Oh, you're talking about the
Sanda Seminar.
Oh,
now I know
yeah.
this is backwards, so you know I don't know. Maybe you got to turn around and read it. But October 22nd at our school, Sanda Seminar. It is good for all styles and all ranks. It is going to be form and function in everything that we do. It's going to be from 9 to 1. It usually goes a little bit longer than that. We get into our work when we teach, so we'd love to have you. If you can make it, we'd love to see you here. It's going to be $15 for spectators. Sorry, guys. And it's going to be $100 for the adults. It's $25 an hour. That's nothing for the quality and the martial arts that you're going to be getting. Is that Rory Brad?
Yeah.
Rory, what's going on,
dude?
brother? Good to see you. Hope everything is well. Miss you, man. talented guy right there. Mr. Rory Brad. I knew him since he was a little man running around doing martial arts. So, guys, thank you very much. October 22nd. Yeah, October 22nd. At our school in Holtzville. You can call me if you have any questions. 631-447.
McDojo's welcome.
631-447-7738 or 631-447-77 Fu. F-U. And yes, that's it. 447-77 FU. So that's it, guys. I want to thank you guys very much. Hope everybody enjoyed. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to us babble. And
hopefully
you guys got the point.
Got something out of it.
Yeah, you got the point. Because again, it's not. I'm not bad mouthing. Shifu's not bad mouthing. We're not bad mouthing anybody. We're just trying to, just tell everybody.
Educate people.
Just educate. Let's educate the public and all of us as traditional styles, even non-traditional styles that work, and all the different styles that are out there.
Those non-traditional stylists support the traditional stylists. The ones that you know are good, the ones that because you got friends in traditional styles that you know are good, but because you don't want to look like the black sheep of the family and talk, oh, this traditional. If I could say this guy that does MMA is good, then on the flip side, oh, I know this dude does traditional karate, traditional kung fu. This guy's badass. Everybody is a family of martial arts,
there you
whether
go.
You're traditional or non-traditional.
Can I get an amen?
You get an amen. Yeah.
All right. So I think that's it. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy your weekend. Everybody be safe. And till next time. See you guys later.
Shaolin out.
Train real. Get real. Have a good night, guys.